You know, you played Atlantic City a lot of times, so I wanted to see if you have any, special memories or experiences there, anything that, you remember from performing there or visiting there. And do you, will you hit the slots or anything yourself, or?
I'm a blackjack girl, and if the time is right and the table's there, I've been known to lose a few dollars.
I got the sense that you're sort of in a reflective mood, maybe even a little nostalgic with some of the references, or what was your mindset?
I was surprised at how nostalgic it was, actually. I thought it was not my intention whatsoever to kind of go back and re-examine things, but I found that the place I was in my life was kind of coming to terms with a lot of things in my past, of sort of how I held my past and my memories, and sort of looking at them going, wait a minute, maybe that wasn't as awful as I thought. Maybe that was a good thing. You look at your present, like Forestry Feeling is about looking at my present now, and mortgage and trying to send kids to education, and the issues that we have, and thinking, God, I remember when everything I owned I could put in my car, and God, what a feeling that would be right now. Whew, that's freedom.
Yeah.
And then going, well, what is it? But this is my life now, and kind of riding that in between. So yeah.
How is it then, to write songs with so much more personal history? Is it freeing? Is it harder to write now? What's that experience of actually, putting pen to paper for you?
Oh, it's actually, I have more self-confidence in it. I actually say, okay, my official title is songwriter. I can do this. This is what I'm supposed to do. And I've discovered the things that works. I've had enough feedback and experience with it that, this is good. This is, I've just learned the craft, and so I enjoy it very much. And I'm in a good place in my life where I can really examine my life, and I love to do that through my music. And this album is full of that, and I'm really looking forward to playing these songs live.
I sort of sense some, references to maybe some relationships that didn't work out. So a few pointed remarks there, I would say. So is that, therapeutic then? Are you channeling some things?
That's what I do, yeah. My work has always been very cathartic. Very fortunate. Used to be I'd write that stuff and people didn't know what I was talking about. It's just a little more transparent nowadays because of the gossip media that people know more stuff about me, and they can certainly read into it however they wish.
Because, it used to be this sort of, gay love, dared not speak, and now sometimes it doesn't really stop talking, especially like in People magazine, or
yes.
Certainly there's sort of equal opportunity in terms of the visibility of relationships, which, do you wish that maybe it could be a little different, or is there a price for visibility, I guess, is my question.
Yeah, you certainly, it's like, I love it when they're saying good things about me, and it, and I think it's all great when, look at that, they put our picture, and there's the two women, and isn't that great for gay rights? And then, the flip side of the coin is when, like half the relationships in this country now, we're trying to figure this out. This is not, it's a rough road, marriage and relationships. It's probably one of the hardest things we do. And, unfortunately, or, it's just the way it is I can't just have the good stuff out there is what I'm trying to say. It's
right.
I understand that it's all going to be out there.
I think I read that you, in the recording, did all the guitar parts yourself.
Yes.
Is that right?
Yes.
And it's the first time you've done that, so.
Yeah.
Did you have to practice a lot? Like, how did
Yeah. Well, what happened is I had this funny thought that in my 30s that was just as good as I was ever going to get, that for some reason it was like, and you're in your 30s, maybe it's because like athletes sort of reach their peak or something. I just thought that was it. You don't get any better at what you do. And I've been playing for over 20 years now, and I've gotten better. and I'm actually been surprising myself the last 2 years. I've taken on more of the lead guitar role in concert, and I have this great guitar player, Peter Thorne, who has been helping me find the right guitars and pedals and amps and all the technique that goes into it and how to do it. He's been an awesome teacher out here on the road with me. And I'm just I'm ready to step out and be that guitar player now that, was always inside me. I just didn't let her out. So now she gets to play.
She's out now. Mm.
She's out. Boy, is she out.
So what else do you have planned? It's going to be other your material from your catalog besides the new album?
Yeah. We always got to let ourselves go to Bring Me Some Water and Come to My Window, and I'm the Only One. I mean, those are just, that's like the guaranteed fun in the concert. And there's going to be a lot of new stuff because I wrote these songs to be done live. It's like they're done with my audience in mind. And I'm just excited to bring them and have that experience with them.
What makes a song, sort of ready for a live show? Well,
anywhere from the rhythm to the, Shout Now. That's just, please stomp your feet. Please shout with me, There's, on the end of Be Real, Never Mind, Never Mind. It's like, everybody sing along. Come on, here we go. And clap your hands and stomp your feet and just get that stuff out that gets stuck inside of us sometimes.
How do you get ready? Do you have to go to a quiet place? Do you have to go to a loud place? How do you prepare?
Well, preparation for a show starts, at home. It starts with what I'm eating. It starts with I've been exercising up to that point, so I'm in good shape. It's like getting ready to. It's like being an athlete. You got to be in shape. My voice, my fingers. I have to make sure my calluses are all worked up, and then going on the road. I have a chef. That's one of the things I spend my money on, and it's all about getting enough sleep, taking care of myself, staying healthy, and doing what I love.
And right before you go on stage, do you have any ritual or anything, any superstitions or anything?
That turns into the last 30 minutes before a show is always it's the same routine, and that routine becomes a ritual, and in that it's 15 minutes, and I'm stretching, I'm dressed, I see the band, and then we do a thing we call vibe. We just vibe up. It's it's the circle and talk about maybe the things we've changed in the set or done and what we're going to do tonight or how it's going to be, and just hey, let's have some fun, and then we're on stage.
You were going to do a Janis Joplin biopic for a long time. Has that project sort of moved forward without you? Or you?
Oh yeah, that moved. There's been so many gals, up for that now. I don't think Janis wants the movie to be made myself.
Yeah.
And Hollywood's a funny place, but at this point, she died when she was 27, and I am now 51, and it's just that would be a stretch, for anybody, I think.
Do you cover any of her songs these days, or doing any covers?
Oh, if there's a crazy show going on, I'll whip out "Piece of My Heart." Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And and I'll sing about McGee or Mercedes-Benz every now and then. I just love it.
Right. Yeah, and the vocals for this new album, I thought your voice sounded even more bluesy than ever. Just sort of that. It seems like you're moving into that place even more. I don't know if you feel that way.
It's funny because I used to laugh at look where Bruce is going. His voice, isn't that funny? And then I'm like, uh-oh, here I go. You just can't help it. You just get a little more bluesy later.
Right.
You just get lazy. Not lazy, but it's just that feel.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I think that's everything I wanted to ask you. So thanks so much for taking a little time out to chat.
Thank you.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.